Hazreti Ahiret Evladı Resulü Sağ bizim efendilerimizin sair enbiya izamlarımızda bir yana hazretine erva şeriflerine Pirimiz Bilal Habib radıyallahu anh efendimizin ve ala husus bu caminin banisi ve bugüne kadar içerisinden gelmiş geçmiş imam müezzin kayyımlarının ve kahve ehli ihvan ervahı için sahibi Seyh Abdulkerim el Kibrisi Rabbani Hazretleri için Allah rızası için El Fatiha. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. İnnallâhe ve melâiketehu yusallûne alen nebi. Ya eyyühellezîne amenû sallu aleyhi ve sellimû teslîmâ. Allahümme salli ala seyyidina Muhammedin ve ala ali seyyidina Muhammed. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya ale's-salâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Hayya alel-felâh. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah, elhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. Nahmedullah Teala ve nestağfiru ve neşhedü en la ilahe illallah vahdehu la şerike lah. Ve neşhedü enne seyyidina Muhammeden abduhu ve habibuhu ve resuluhu. Sallallahu aleyhi ve ala alihi ve ezvacihi ve ashabihi tabi'i hulefâ raşidin mahadin min ba'di. Ve zâmmeti ala tahkik, hususan minhum alemmeti hulefâ rasul ala tahkik. Umar el-Mu'minin, Hazreti Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman ve Ali ve ala bakıya sahabet tabi'in ridvanullah ta'ala aleyhim ecmain. Ya eyyuhal mu'minul hazirun, itakullah ta'ala ve tehilmellezine tekvellezine hum muhsinun. Elhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. Ve salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve sahbihi ecmain. All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universes, the all-seeing, the all-hearing. And may all peace and blessings be upon the chosen messenger, Sayyidina Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and upon his noble family and blessed companions and all those who follow them until the last day. Ayyuhal mu'minun, O believers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising this holy day of Juma, and is welcoming those who are welcoming and praising this holy day of Juma. This is the 23rd day of the sacred month of Zulhijjah. Inshallah Rahman, next Friday night we'll be closing the Hijri year of 1435 and welcoming the new Islamic year of 1436. O believers, this year of 1435 is coming to a close, and Muharram is going to enter. In these days we should be running more to take account of ourselves and to ask forgiveness from our Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As our Shaykh Sahib al-Saif, Shaykh Abdulkerim Kibrisi Rabbani is saying, ask yourself, question yourself, calculate yourself, put the accounting right in front of you to see, are you living for Allah or are you living for your ego? If you are living for Allah, then you must be busy with Allah and His Prophet. If you are not living for Allah, then everything else is going to come. You are going to be busy with everything else except Allah's order and His Prophet ﷺ's order. If we are living for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, for the sake of his inheritors, the awliya Allah, it must show in our lives. It is not just an intention or a claim. It must show. There must be proof for it. And if we are living for the sake of our ego and dunya, definitely is going to show in our lives. In these last days of this Islamic year, we should sit down in one corner and check ourselves and check how our year has been. What were our intentions? What are our actions? And we must look forward to how the next year is going to be. Because we can fool the whole world, but one day we are going to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we're going to be judged for what we did in this world. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is relating in a Hadith Qudsi, saying, on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will descend to the servants to judge between them. Each community will be kneeling. The first one to be called will be a man who collected the Quran. Then will come a man killed in battle for the sake of Allah. Then a wealthy man. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask the Quran reciter, did I not teach you that which I revealed to my messenger? And that reciter will say, yes, Ya Rabbi. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, what did you do with what you learned? The reciter will reply, I practice it day and night. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to him, you are lying. And the angels will say, you are lying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you did all that so that it might be said, so and so, he is a reciter. And that is what was said. Then the wealthy man will be brought, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask him, did I not provide for you so generously that I did not let you to be in need of anyone? And the man says, yes, Ya Rabbi. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, what did you do with what I gave you? The man will say, I strengthened the bonds of kingship and gave charity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you are lying. And the angels will say, you are lying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you did all that so it might be said that you are generous. And that is what was said. Finally, the one who was killed for the sake of Allah will be brought, and Allah will ask him, under what circumstances were you killed? The man will reply, you ordered us to fight for your sake, so I fought until I was killed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you are lying. And the angels will say, you are lying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, you did all that so that it might be said, so and so is courageous. And that is what was said. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ, after relating this hadith, he slapped Hazrat Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh on the knee and said, Ya Abu Hurairah, these three will be the first of Allah's creation for whom the fire will be burned on the day of judgment. O believers, a hadith like this must make us to wake up, must make us to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, must make the fear of Allah wake up in our hearts, and it must make us to check ourselves. Because when a man has the fear of Allah in his heart, he walks on the straight path. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying in his Hadith Sharif, the fear of Allah is the root of all wisdom. And our Shaykh Saib is saying, those who have fear from Allah, they run to stop themselves from those wrong activities. First, they correct themselves. They finish every wrong thing on themselves. And the ones who have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are in safety. One time, Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu anh was sick. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ went to visit him. The Holy Prophet asked Hazrat Umar how he was feeling. And Hazrat Umar said, I am full of hope in Allah and I'm full of fear from Allah. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, when hope and fear are found in the heart of a believer, then Allah fulfills his hope and saves him from his fear. In these last days of this year, we should wake up and make intention to come back to the Siratul Mustaqim. We should fear from whatever wrong things that we have made this year, from whatever disobedience that we did, for every ghaflat that we were in, for every stubbornness that we had, for every jealousy and anger and arrogance. We should ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us. But we should always fear from the wrong things that we have done. And we should run to fall into sajda and ask our Lord for forgiveness. And in these last days, we should have full of hope. And we should make the intention to become better believers in the coming year. As our Shaykh is saying, new year is coming, yes. Make to your own self saying, Ya Rabbi, I'm making intention to become a better servant to you this year. I am a weak servant, help me. Say help me sincerely, and look how fast help is going to reach to you. It's not far. It is very near. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah lazim alazi la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبح قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن دين عند الله الإسلام إقام الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله يا للصلاة يا للفلاح يا للفلاح قد قام الصلاة قد قام الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله